look good under that.
This guy says the horse
Big fan of
can
the Al
do.
another bar.
If he says the horse can do. I'm picking Valentine because I'm the...
All right, welcome back to Handicappers Corner. It's time now for our Sunday, May the 20th selections. I'm Mike Heads, along with Drew Forster. We're going to go through the 7-race Sunday program here at Hastings. 7 races on tap. Let's get into the action. Race number 1.
Race number 1, 3-year-olds and up, going a mile and a 16th for 7,500, wide open. And I've gone to the one zone accord.
Yep.
Horse that loves the distance, dying for more ground, nice closer. Big race last time over Monster in the Closet. He's my top pick for another one, Amadeo Perez. I keep talking about Amadeo Perez. I don't think you can mention enough about him right now.
Keep betting them Perez guys. You're doing good.
You're not doing too bad. Second spot, I have the other Perez, Mad About Fez. Amadeo did select one zone accord over Mad About Fuzz. That might tip you off a little bit there, but I still think he looks kind of like the only speed in the race. I think he'll be able to get out, and Fernando could probably just have it all to himself and maybe carry the whole way. And in the third spot, I have a horse I probably could have even put in the number 1 spot, Cannon Cool. I think he fits this spot really well, too. He likes the distance. He's 3 for 7 in the distance. I can't really pick one of these as like a really go-to standout kind of horse. I ended up going 1-3-2, but you could probably juggle those numbers around as you like.
I agree with you totally. I have them actually in the same order. One zone accord was 3 wide the whole race last time. Still mowed them all down. I know it was an easier race. It was $5,000 though.
Yeah.
Up for 7,500, but he can handle this class jump. He's beat these kind of horses before. The distance certainly will help him. He's had lots of races under his belt, so I know he's fit, ready to go a mile on the 16th. I put Mad About Fuzz, as you mentioned, in for second, just because he's the lone speed. He likely will get the lead to himself. He did win with something in reserve. He's another one jumping up slightly in class, but a horse that could win with the right pace scenario. And I put the 2, Cannon Cool, in for third. There's a horse that if he can get to the front, wow, he freaked at the end of the year last year. When he got to the front, he ran this amazingly quick time after once he got to the lead. But he actually broke pretty good. It doesn't show it on. I went back and looked at the replays. And it's a nice thing about the Hastings website is that you can go back and look at the replays. This horse actually broke pretty good, and it just opted to take back in that sprint. But this horse might be a little speedier than you think. Look for Cannon Cool to be up close to the pace, but it did put him in for third. Marlo knows the horse well. That 144 flat they accomplished together was with her in the irons, so that was pretty good. I went 1, 3, and 2 to kick things off as well. On to the second race. Scratch the 4-horse Tribal Secret. This horse will be in on Monday, but we got field of 6 now, going a mile and 16th. Fillies and mares. Conditioned race numbers. Some conditions on the race, non-winner since March 19th. But I've gone to the 6th dance, all the dances. Throw out the last. There was a big spill that day.
That was the mess,
That was a mess, and this horse was just taken out of the race and pulled up.
There's a few in this field where you can absolutely throw out the last race because there was that spill. So, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, she's had a couple of good runs going a mile this year down in Phoenix. Her first up run at Hastings was actually really good behind next out winner Lino Vision. So that proved to be a pretty tough race. And as I mentioned, throw out the last. It looks like there's going to be some speed in here. You got Our Dubai Girl, Her Time to Shine. Maybe Diva Ballerina flashing a little bit of pace for position, but I think there should be an honest enough pace for Dance All the Dances, and I look for Richard Hamill to be having her in pretty good position, and I like her. I put Diva Ballerina in for second. Pretty solid effort, winning in a $3,000 level. The only concern with me with her, she really had to struggle to win that day. She was all out, and this isn't the toughest of races, but still a little concerned that she was...
Epicurean almost caught her that day, too. She was getting to her.
Yeah, so, and had a perfect trip, had a rails run. There was not a horse. She just had to edge around Mahadi Joe, and that was it. The trip didn't get any better than that, so it's a little concerned about that. And I put the 3, Tick Me Off, who loves to go on a mile on the 16th. Look at her races last year. She doesn't win a pile of them, but she likes to go long, and she runs some decent races last year, and you got to keep an eye on her. If they're stopping in the stretch, Tick Me Off, I'll grab them. So I went 6, 5, and 3.
Only one I agree with you is the, almost. I got the 5 Diva Ballerina. I think she can take the jump up. I think she's been improving this year. Run a third, first out, come back, win. Switches to the Clyde Barn, which isn't going to hurt her, and up for 5. I got her on top. Another Amadeo Perez. I'm all over Amadeo.
Just pushing that guy. Second
spot again, Fernando Perez, Our Dubai Girl. She did run second last time, but that is that kind of screwy race. So I don't know if she was the best in there, but she's run twice here at Hastings this year, first and a second. So I give her the edge. Give her the nod, put her in second spot, and in third I have Dance All the Dances. As you say, a horse is going to be closing late throughout the last race. You covered it all, the line of vision race, everything that.
She's had some good lines and wants to go long, and that's the big key.
Yeah.
A lot of these fillies in here maybe don't want to go long, and the pace scenario will dictate who wins the money.
Yeah, absolutely. On to the third. Fillies and Mares, maiden 3,000, going 6.5. Another one with not a whole lot of form in this race.
Toughie.
It is a toughie. I went with the 3, Lookout Dubai, out of the Clyde barn.
Lookout County.
Oh, sorry, Lookout County.
It's a brother to Lookout Dubai.
There's my confusion.
Yeah.
Lookout County was running for maiden 10 last year. Probably needed the first out this year. Now she's comes back for maiden 3, but she has the out. I think that kind of gives her the edge. In the second spot, I have the other Clyde's horse, Wando's Witch, who was one of the favorites in her last race and just kind of fell apart. You know, she was in the mix.
Yeah, good
just
spot.
kind of flattened out. I look for Clyde's to kind of turn her around. I think she can come back and be in the mix in this race. And in the third spot, out of the Marc Cloutier barn, I have Disco Miss. Another one, there's nothing really too salty in here. You can probably kind of jumble these around. This is one you might want to go a little deep in. But I have Disco Miss, so it's 3, 5, 7 for me.
Yeah, I think the 3-horse Lookout County is the horse to beat, but I'm going to slide to the 2-horse Hula Hoop Girl. Yep. Pretty impressed with her run last time. She didn't break well, pushed up, got hung 4 deep through the opening half mile, still pressed on the whole race pretty much in the four-path, and was still only a couple lengths out of it turning for home. I know she ended up 6th, beating more than that, 5 or 6 lengths, but still I was pretty impressed with the run. She just didn't get any luck with the trip. She moves inside. She's going to need to break better, but she does. I think she's going to be tough. I think she's going to be a speed filly, and I think she's going to be the one to catch, because I really tried to find a pace horse in here, and other than the one Ariel's in command, there really wasn't much. And I just think Hula Hoop Girl, that race was better than it looks like on paper, and I'm willing to follow her back at a good mutual. I put Lookout County in for second, and you're right, good run from off the pace. The pace scenario didn't help her. Viability ran away on the head end, and this horse did well, almost got up for second, and lost a 3-way photo for second and ended up 4th, so it was a good race as well. And I put the 9 Road Mist. I'll give this horse another chance, also coming out of that viability race. But you're right in mentioning that there's a lot of form to go on. Look at these horses in the paddock. It's not going to, it won't take much for one of these horses to jump up and win the money. You're talking 120 and change, or 121 flat type of 6.5 furlong horses. So it won't take much for someone to
if somebody's
get a good trip.
If somebody's on their toes, they could definitely get it.
But I went 2, 3, and 9 in the third race. On to the fourth. We do have some Colts and Geldings here, some old grinders, 3 granders. Going to go 6.5 furlongs. Got a full gate here. We do scratch the 11 Mucho Verde. The 12 Smart Call does get into run. I've gone to the 1 Evaluate out of the Terry Clyde barn. Kind of got shuffled. It was in between horses the whole race. Didn't get shuffled. Maybe shuffle is the wrong word. Intimidated with more in between horses. Didn't get a clear run at all until late. And One's on Accord, Monster in the Closet. Those are way better horses than what he's going to face today. He's down here for $3,000. I like him a lot. I put the 7 Huffman, another back classer, in for second. Got claimed for the 5 Gs. They opt to run him for the 3. Well, that's what this game's about. When you claim him for 5, wait the jail term and run him for 3. You know, if you lose him, but if you win the money, these nice purses, it's still, you're making some coin. And that's good. And Ned Sams knows exactly what to do with these old claiming type horses, and I wouldn't be surprised to see Huffman do well. I put Late Night Larry in for third. I don't know. I looked at Distorted Glamour. I looked at Giuseppe's Runner. I was shopping everywhere to try and find something. But Late Night Larry with Pedro, I thought this horse ran pretty good behind Swongs and Dictatorship. Did get a good trip that day. Will have to deal with an outside post, but still I think he can come running and pass a few of these. But I do like Evaluate a lot in this spot. Huffman, second best. And then a big drop-off for me down to the 3rd horse, Late Night Larry. I didn't really fall in love with anyone else.
Just about the same. I really like Evaluate too. He's a hard knocking old guy. He knows how to win. Drops into the $3,000 level. It's a nice move. You can drop into the 3 and still be eligible for the 5.
That's right.
So
you get the non-winners still.
Look him to come right back in a 5. I really like him today. I put Late Night Larry in second spot. Like you say, I thought it was a good run last time behind Swongs and Dictatorship.
Those are way better horses.
Exactly. And any of those would be very heavily favored in here. Yeah. And I got Huffman in 3rd spot. Ned Sam's horse in 3rd spot. So it's 110.7 for me.
Yeah, we see it the same. I went 107.10, but yeah, it looks like those are the three, though, in our fourth race. On to the fifth.
On to the fifth, maiden special weight for 3 and up. This is a very interesting race. I like this race. I went with the 1 Deputy's Command, mostly because of the seasoning.
Yeah.
He's been running hard races all year. 2 seconds. Last time he just got beat by Congrats Man, nice horse, the Greg Tracy barn. So I give him the edge mostly on fitness and on seasoning. I'm not sure if he's necessarily like a standout or the best horse in here, but I think he's just got things going his way because of the seasoning factor. The second spot, lightly raced horse of the John Snow barn, who's shown a fair bit of talent, is El Capone. Run second last time to Tim Braun, who ran off, but I think he can improve again. He's kind of, progressed every race. I think he's going to be really tough. And the third spot, I have Game 7 out of the Barb Heads barn. The horse has been working quite well. I mentioned earlier, Barb's been on fire in these maiden special weights. Never throw her out in these maiden special weights. This is another one that's been training really good. Hamill gets the call. Her and Hamill always dangerous together, so definitely one to keep an eye on there. There's other horses in here, with just haven't run or just a race, so there are horses that could jump up and improve here. But I went with the 136.
Yeah, no, it's a good race, a good betting race, because there really isn't any standout. I mean, on paper, it looks like the 1 Deputy's Command is the horse to beat.
Yeah.
But once you now have you are dealing now with a horse that has the rail and doesn't have a bunch of speed. So the race becomes interesting as a handicapper because this horse might not get the greatest trip, and he's a beatable horse. He's had 8 or 9 chances. I know he runs second and third a lot, but he is the obvious pick, and I got him in for third. I went to the 8 Oscar Award. He's stepping up from maiden 20 from last year, but he did lose to Taylor's Deal in his final race. He was wide out from the 9 hole. His works are kind of abbreviated. He only has a couple of halves showing and a couple of fives. A little concerned about that. But what I do like is I think he could be speed. I think he'll show a little bit more speed. The mare Katie Day was fast, and she also raced in the Bruce Unwin barn. Bruce does a very good job with his small stable.
Limited stable. He does really
only
good
has
job,
1 or 2 horses usually, and they usually come out running and do very well. He's been around for a long time.
Nice horses coming out of that barn.
So I'm going to give this horse a shot. Frank's been on it last year. I'm sure he's been working it all spring. So this isn't the toughest of maiden allowance races. I think this race has actually come up kind of soft, and I think Oscar Award can maybe jump up and win at a bit of a price. I don't know how much you're going to get on him, maybe 5 or 6 to 1, but I still think he's pretty live. See, once you see Taylor's Deal on his form, that's going to cut some odds down.
Absolutely,
That'll hurt, even though it was maiden 20. I like your other 2, the 3 El Capone and the 1 Deputy's Command in behind. El Capone had lots of trouble in his second run again. He's not leaving the gate well, which bothers me, because that's his second race in a row where he just left there a little flat-footed,
out of there,
bounced around, leaving there. And that's the thing. Once you break slow, you're at the mercy of what happens when the horse is inside and outside of you, and they shut you off, and that's what happened to him. And he ended up going 4 wide. He had a tough trip but still run second because he is a nice horse. So he needs to be a little more professional in the first 10 jumps, though. And if he is, he's going to be very dangerous. But I went 8, 3, and 1. As you mentioned, Game 7 live. He's the barn's going well with firsters, and he's a half to Notice Her, who's a very nice filly on the circuit, and Green Dude, another one that had. Another one
you picked last time.
I liked him. Had a good trip. I wish he would have come outside instead of darting to the rail in the stretch, but he needed some left-handed encouragement to come outside. But still,
only got beat a length and a half.
That still ran well enough. But yeah, good race, tough betting race. Play lots in this one. It could be a $30 or $40.
If Oscar Award wins, be sure to head to the George Royal Room where the party will be on for Susie.
That's right, it will be.
On to the 6th, a 17.5 non-2, non-3 BC bred for 3-year-olds and up, Colts and Geldings. I've gone to the 8 True Grit. I don't think he really ran his race last time. He kind of come out of there and he was like 3 wide and kind of pressing the pace. I think he's more a horse that wants to relax, make 1 run at it. So I give him, I think if he gets his trip, I think he's really dangerous. I think he's more than capable against these kind of horses. So I got him on top. The second spot, I went Roses for Ben, who ran a huge race last time behind Whistler Gold. He was flying late. Big effort from him. Pedro obviously sticks with him off that great effort. And in the third spot, I know the horse that you picked on top, kind of a hard luck horse who's obviously got a lot of talent, we believe, is Veni Vici. Like I say, a horse I think has got some talent. Hasn't had the best of luck throughout his career, but I got him in third spot.
Yeah, I got the same 3, but I went back to Veni Vidi Vici to win it. Has the rail. I hope he doesn't have to endure a 22 flat, 45 and change again.
Push
if he does,
again, yeah.
if he does, he may still be able to hang on because this isn't 25,000. This is not condition non-217.5. So I think he's going to be tough for Julio Silva. And I put the 8 through grid in for second and the 5 roses for Ben, who ran well for Darryl Stewart. In for third, but I like those horses, 1, 8, and 5 for me. But Veni Vidi Vici, as long as he doesn't get run into the ground by anyone, I think if he gets a comfortable opening quarter, I think he'll last. And
Definitely
get the
be
money.
a factor late, yeah.
Okay, the 7th and final. That's right, only 7 today on Sunday.
Yep.
Give you a little breather because we're making you work 3 days this week, so at least we'll give you an easy day on Sunday.
You're gonna have that Preakness hangover after Mario wins too, so you want to
got a full gate,
day.
10 of them. Maiden 10 grand fillies going 6.5 furlongs, exactor, triactor, and super high 5s. I've gone to the 3-horse Paloma Negra. Pretty impressed with her run. Exotic Light and Plain Jane finished in front of her. Both those 2 horses come back to run very well.
Yeah.
Exotic Light came back in a tougher, I think it was like something like 25 grand or maybe a non-217.5. I can't exactly remember. But still, this horse came back and run a very good closing second or third, and just showed that race had some substance to it.
Pretty salty, yeah.
There were some nice horses in the race. Gets blinkers. I know the horse was claimed, but it's not a tough maiden 10 at all. Gets in against straight 3-year-olds too. This is last time ran against fillies and mares. But Fernando Perez rides, good gate drill in 48 and 3, obviously with the blinkers on. And look for her to be tough to catch on the head end. Put the 7-horse LA Superior Court in for second. Did win, but had it the win taken away. It was disqualified for the purse money for a Lasix violation. And the horse makes his first run in the Teddy Hurt barn. This horse, pretty easy run that day, won easy enough, but I'm not too sure if he's going to get the lead or she's going to get the lead today. But if she does, she could be tough. And I put the 8 final curtain call in for third, who I've picked before and actually was a good runner-up effort last time and going to be tough, I think. So I went 3, 7, and 8.
I went with the 7. I wasn't sure about the 7. Been off a long time, been off a month, which kind of worried me.
Right.
You know, if the Troy Taylor's barn run one like this for 3,000, that's quite the best. You know, she looked like she was probably a bit better filly. Gets claimed for 3,000, then off a month. That kind of worried me. But then the 59 and 2 shows up, which makes me think she's
a little better.
Yeah, she's probably still got it. So yeah, exactly. So I got her on top. I did go with Classy Edge in second out of the Christine Loseth barn.
Yeah, dropping in class.
Yeah, ran a good third first out to Ann City was much the best that day, and Revster, one that's in the John Snow barn, decent little horse.
In the maiden allowance.
In the maiden allowance, one that I kind of picked second or third in the maiden allowance race. So she drops into the maiden $10,000 level. I think she fits in here. Yeah, exactly. And I have your Paloma Negra, Pat Jarvis's horse, in the third spot. So again, a horse that was really heavily favored that day too, because of the works. She likes to work fast. She's been working good for Pat, so nothing wrong with that. I got her in third spot. It's 7-4-3 for me.
Yeah, well, we're pretty close in there, 3, 7, 8. Yeah, but certainly looks like those are the contenders. Really, on paper, it looks like the 3 and 7. Those are the ones for me, and the 8 horse in there as well. But those look like the 3 horses maybe to close out your pick 4s and pick 5s. So that'll do it for our Sunday selections. Next up on screen, we're going to head to those. We're going to give you a quick recap of our 7 races. Here come my picks for the Sunday, May 20th program. Start off in race number 1 with the 1's Own Accord. I went 1, 3, and 2. Second race, I went with the 6, Dance All the Dances, 6, 5, and 3. In the third race, a bit of a price, hopefully, the 2-horse Hula Hoop Girl. Hopefully try and get her into the winner's circle. I went 2, 3, and 9. Race number 4, I went to the 1, Evaluate, Classy Old Guy, 1, 7, and 10 for me in the fourth. In the fifth race, number 8, Oscar Award, another perhaps a price play, and we'll see if we get lucky there. 8, 3, and 1. In the sixth race, number 1, Veni Vidi Vici, going to go back for him, 1, 8, and 5. And in the last race, race number 7, I went with a 3, Paloma Negra, 3, 7, and 8. And
on to my picks. In the first, I agree with Mike. I went with number 1, One's Own Accord, on top of the 3 and 2. In the second, I went with number 5, Diva Ballerina, on top of the 1 and 6. In the third race, I went with number 3, Lookout County, over the 5 and 7. In the fourth race, again, I'm going with Mike, the 1, Hard Old Knocker, Evaluate, over the 10 and 7. In the fifth race, I went with number 1, Deputy's Command, over the 3 and 6. In the 6th race, number 8, True Grit with the 5 and 1 below. And in the last race, the 7th race, number 7, LA Superior Court over the 4 and 3.
Well, thanks for joining us, everyone. That'll do it for our Sunday analysis of the Hastings races. We look forward to seeing everyone again. Please do stick around for our Monday picks. They'll be coming up shortly. If you can't stick around, please do. You are aware that all the shows are archived. They're on the Derby Bar and Grill website, as well as on YouTube. Just type in YouTube, go to Handicappers Corner, and all of our episodes are up there, as well as the interview with Mario Gutierrez. So on behalf of Drew, thanks for joining us here on our Sunday program. After a bit of a break, we'll be back for Monday, May the 21st. We'll see you then.
He went by a half told his here in the telegram. Epitaph. I got the horse.